Before we get into this video's topic, I would like to share this short story with you. And it came to pass that a student did struggle with a complex math problem, for the solution did elude him. And he did cry out to the Lord, saying, O Lord, I beseech thee for thy wisdom and understanding. For I am but a mere mortal, and the ways of numbers are beyond my ken. Help me to find the solution, that I may glorify thy name. And the Lord did hear his prayer, and sent an angel unto the student, saying, Behold, I have heard thy cry, and I have come to aid thee. Fear not, for I am with thee, and I shall guide thee. And the student did take comfort in the words of the angel, and he applied himself to the problem with renewed vigor. And lo, with the angel's guidance, the solution did become clear, and the student rejoiced, giving thanks to the Lord for his help. And the Lord spoke, saying, Let this be a reminder to thee, that when thou dost seek my help, I shall always be there to guide thee. For I am the Lord thy God, and my wisdom and understanding are without end. I did not write this interesting story that sounds like it might be found in the book of Psalms. In fact, this story was not written by a human at all. It was actually written by an AI program called ChatGPT. I asked this AI software to write an original story in the style of the King James Bible about a student asking God for help in solving a math problem. And this story was the response generated by this AI program. Pretty amazing, right? Now, what exactly is ChatGPT? On October 28, 2000, Larry Page, one of the co-founders of Google, said, Artificial intelligence would be the ultimate search engine that would understand everything on the web. It would understand exactly what you wanted, and it would give you the right thing. We are nowhere near doing that now. However, we can incrementally get closer to that. And that is basically what we work on. Let's think about this quote for a moment. The ultimate search engine that can give you exactly what you want. If you're a student in high school, you could tell this engine to write you an essay on the Industrial Revolution in the language and skill level of a 10th grader. If you're a songwriter who's not feeling too creative, you could ask this engine to write you lyrics about a certain topic. Or maybe you're a programmer, and instead of searching how to write a piece of code, you can ask this AI just to write that code for you directly. ChatGPT, or Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer, can do all these things and more. It was not developed by Google, but by a company called OpenAI, a research lab in San Francisco. The founders of this company wanted to develop and promote friendly AI that would benefit humanity as a whole. In the last couple months, ChatGPT has become a viral topic across the internet. There are thousands of videos, articles, and podcasts discussing ChatGPT and the things it can do. Microsoft has invested $10 billion into ChatGPT. There has been a lot of speculation and fear that this technology could be a threat to existing companies such as Google and replace white-collar jobs. Software developers and programmers have also been afraid that ChatGPT could replace their jobs because of its ability to write code. In fact, I even asked ChatGPT if it or other AI software poses a threat to software engineering jobs, and here's what it had to say.
AI has the potential to automate certain tasks and processes, which could lead to some changes in the job market, including in software engineering. However, it's important to note that AI is not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it's unlikely to replace all jobs in software engineering. AI is best suited for tasks that involve large amounts of data, repetitive tasks, and complex decision-making. Some of the tasks that AI could automate include coding, testing, and debugging, but it's important to note that these tasks are not the only ones that software engineers do. They also have to design, analyze, and troubleshoot the software, which is not something that AI can do yet.
So clearly, science and engineering jobs may be threatened by AI, but what about something creative like art? Surely artists are safe, right? Well, not exactly, because DALL-E 2, another system from OpenAI, can take prompts and generate realistic art. For example, look at the following art created by AI when given the topic of the second coming of Christ. DALL-E 2 generates realistic images at high resolutions by combining different concepts, attributes, and styles. It is speculated that AI may eventually be able to compose music as well. So clearly, just like the internet, AI is going to be the next big game changer in the world. It's going to affect all industries, from software to healthcare to media. It may very well negatively impact people who may lose jobs, but it will also have positive effects, such as making many processes more efficient. It will be a great tool to many professions. In terms of raw intelligence, AI like ChatGPT has the knowledge of everything it's been trained on, which currently is everything on the internet till 2021. And with things like machine learning, it can also have the ability to learn new things at an exponential rate, which humans cannot compete with. It also has the ability to analyze data and make decisions and even be creative in a sense. It can communicate just like people and seems to have an excellent grasp of language. But what does it lack then? Is ChatGPT sentient, for example? I asked this question, and here's the response I got.
No, I am not sentient. Sentience refers to the ability to have subjective experiences, such as consciousness, thoughts, and emotions. As an AI, I am a machine capable of processing large amounts of data and providing responses based on that data, but I do not have the ability to experience consciousness or feelings. I am a computer program created and maintained by humans to accomplish specific tasks, such as answering questions or generating text. It's also important to note that even if AI systems were to become sentient, it would be a complex and difficult process to understand and control their behavior, as they would not be bound by human moral and ethical principles.
So ChatGPT itself admits that it is not sentient and that it will be very difficult for AI to achieve sentience. Furthermore, if AI were to achieve sentience, it would be extremely difficult to understand and control their behavior, as they would not be bound by human moral and ethical principles. I had one final question for ChatGPT, which was the following. Is there any equivalency between God creating man and man creating AI?
The concept of God creating man and man creating AI are different in many ways. In monotheistic religions such as Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, God is considered to be the supreme being, the creator of the universe, and the source of all life. The creation of man is seen as a reflection of God's power and glory, and man is believed to have been created in God's image and likeness, with the ability to think, feel, and make decisions. On the other hand, AI is a technology created by humans, using the principles of computer science and engineering. AI systems are designed to perform specific tasks, such as natural language processing, image recognition, and decision-making. But they do not possess the same level of consciousness or free will as humans. While AI is an impressive achievement of human technology, it is not seen as an equivalent to God's creation of man, as it does not possess the same level of complexity, consciousness, or spiritual significance as human beings. It's worth noting that the Bible does not specifically mention AI as it was not existent during the time when the texts were written. However, the Bible teaches that God is the creator of all things, and that humans are created in His image and that they have a special role and purpose in the world.
This is actually a very thoughtful response from ChatGPT, as it encompasses the other reasons why it's not the same as humans. God created man in His image. Now, what exactly does this mean? Let's take the following three categories: resemblance, representation, and relation. Resemblance means that human nature resembles aspects of God's nature, such as the ability to reason, have free will, and make moral decisions. AI can make decisions and analyze data, but it does not have free will or true sense of morals. It can only act on what it is trained. That means that if it is not trained to have morals, it will not have morals. Next, representation. According to Professor John Collins, man was made to represent God in his activity of ruling the world on God's behalf. This position appeals to to the second sentence in Genesis 1:26. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. Can AI represent humans as we represent God? And third relation. Genesis 1:27 reads, So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. This means that God created humans for the purpose of having relationships with God and with each other. God himself is a community within the Trinity. Can AI have relationships with each other or with humans? There are many scientists who firmly believe that one day AI will not only achieve complete self-awareness and free will, but will overtake humanity completely. Stephen Hawking said, AI would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate. Humans who are limited by slow biological evolution couldn't compete and would be superseded. Whether that day ever comes remains to be seen, but we know that the last time man tried to rival God by building the Tower of Babel, it didn't go too well. In Proverbs 2:6 we read, For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. And in 1 Corinthians 1:19, For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the discernment of the discerning I will thwart. Thank you for your time, and we hope you have enjoyed this presentation.